Well, we are live from the Netherlands, I think, right?
Correct.
Yeah. Morning.
Good morning and welcome to Ramon and to Berend, and of course to you as well, Jacques. That's your neighborhood, right?
Absolutely. It's my home turf.
So, Jacques, is it something in the water? Is it something in the where? I mean, what does it make? I mean, web2print and workflow development and web2print solution seems, and I mean, it seems that that your region is the place where things are happening, right?
Yeah, absolutely, and I think it's amongst these guys as well who are in the business. And I don't know if it's something in the water or not, but as you say, Benelux and especially the Netherlands were one of the first to really jump on this evolution of web2print and going from there as one of the initiators. So anyway, I would say welcome to Ramon and to Berend.
Thank you. Thanks for inviting us.
For my part as well. Where are you guys based? Because I think you just moved, right?
Yeah, but we moved into Haarlem. We're still in Haarlem, only we moved now to another office next to the beautiful Spaarne. It's a little river through Haarlem. So if you can see here in the back, that's our office with the big plants and very nice people.
Yeah, maybe we should disclaim, Jacques, there, because people have asked whether our webinar jam software is capable of doing virtual backgrounds, and it's not. So this is actually the real shit, right?
Yeah.
You can't hide here. You can't hide at INKISH.
So, Ramon, you're the owner and the CEO of Prindustry. First of all, I think it's a great name. Secondly, tell us a little shortly about your history and how you got into this crazy industry.
Yeah, that's a story because I had another company and it called the Huisdrukker. And it is a franchise company, a little bit like printing.com or something. That was my big example in 2007, and we were looking for software, and I couldn't find it anywhere. I searched, and so what we did, we built it ourselves. And it's went from there. I sold the Huisdrukker, the franchise company, in 2012, and focused me completely on Prindustry. Because IT is a lot more fun than being a franchise company, I thought. So that's it.
Watch out, because I was thinking that you were just about to say that software is way more fun than print, but you didn't.
No.
So Prindustry was born, and the idea, for those who don't know you, is basically that you have specialized in becoming the number one in white labeling, right?
Sorry, the number one in white labeling? Yeah, for sure, in the Benelux. We have more, I think 250 shops already. In the Benelux, WhiteLabelShop.com we just bought as a name, so we can move now to the rest of the world with the white label shop solution. But yeah, we're market leader here, and we just started also in Germany with the first shops.
May I just pick up just on one to elaborate a little bit on white label? I mean, can be interpreted in some different ways. What do you call white label shop? Is it a reseller network, or is it more than that?
No, it's like brand portal and white label. It's so wide, so it needs a little bit of an extra information. You're right about that. What we understand from white label is that we make web shops connected to producers. So we import assortment from in Holland, Drukwerk Deal, it's a Simprins company. We do Probo. We have a lot of 30 large and small companies that we just connect to, and when we have this assortment, we can give the orders back completely automated. So that is the white label solution. And when you do that, you can do drop shipment. So that is the solution what we are calling white label shop, because you have this shop and you can make it completely your own look and feel. But still underwater, it is a standard SaaS solution.
Right.
And e-commerce.
You don't need to be like producing it for yourself. You can outsource that and drop ship it.
And it can be. So you can produce yourself, of course. That is, and you always have the solution also to send it to a producer.
Right. Okay.
So Berend, what are you doing? Are you just the pretty face of Prindustry, or do you do something as well?
No, we always say he's the pretty boy. So
yeah, but I heard also that he had brains. So
no, I'm we don't call each other with specific functions here, but I think that the best way to describe my function is as a product owner. And most of all responsible for concepts and making the development of those concepts to actual functions, together with the team, the development team, of course. And what I do is also together with the customers, look and see what the customers want, what the market asks, what are new innovations, and looking at it together with the customer. What is actually what he needs, because what the customer wants is not exactly what he needs in a lot of cases. So I was looking at the possibilities and how to integrate those possibilities in a way that it is working for the customer, for a specific customer, because it can be a specific function, but also that it's an improvement for everyone on the platform, because the white label shop is it's a shop of your own. You can customize it completely, so that it looks as a completely customized shop. But it's the base code is based on one standard. So every shop is unique in its base, or sorry, is a standard in its base, but can be made unique by adding functions and adding layout, design, that type of things.
So your customers, so your customers is that like printing companies who wants to offer white label solutions to print brokers and designers and agents and other printing companies, or is it more that you gather everything from your side and then you get things produced, or just to understand?
No. What we do is our customers can indeed be printing owners, printing company owners. So the demo that I will show you later is based on the fact that I'm working from a printing company, but it could also be brand owners themselves. That do not want to have the hassle of entering all products, but they can use products by an import or products of a different supplier. And the only thing that they do is they ask us for a portal. They can log in, order their products, and it will be shipped to their supplier. So it's important
to add maybe there is that we are a pure IT company. So we are not in the transaction of the print. So also, when there is a brand owner, it still goes to a printer. We're not in any case involved in the print part. We see that as a cooperation with the brand owner, a printer, and ourselves.
Yeah, I think it's important to give that distinction, because in some other cases that we already saw, the financials are treated also.
Yeah.
With some of
we are not a Hello Print or a we are not in the margin of the print in no way. So that's a very important strategy we choose.
I have one question, just so I maybe understand things a little bit better. When you look at the web-to-print market, what do you think is the biggest difference in choosing any web-to-print solution compared to having a Prindustry solution? I mean, because the white labeling function also sounds like corporate shops or private shops, or multi-branded kind of approach to some of the other web-to-print solutions. So, is there a huge difference in how how the solution is presented, or is it more a matter of that you focus on a specific segment in the industry?
Yeah, there are more than one USPs, I think, but the most important is that we really look at the look and feel of the shop and the front end. Must use it as an everyday use, Amazon.com or whatever. You must use also our solution in this way. So that's one. But in the back end, it's the most important thing that we can connect to all those suppliers. So you get assortments in millions of products in minutes, and that is so important, because when we started in 2007, we didn't have that. We built that in 2012, 2013, I think, because the problem was the assortment. For if you make Magento or WooCommerce or whatever, you're gonna have problems with the hassle of the assortment to get it in the right pricing, the amount of products you need. Print.com is just coming to the market in Holland. They have 6 billion product choices. So try to handle that in a Magento webshop. It's not possible. So you have to do it in a different way. So this is really the power of Prindustry, that you have a lot of products in.
Sounds promising.
Yeah.
Shouldn't we just get to it and
all
see?
All the pressure on there.
So, Jacques, any more questions, or should we let the gentleman take it and then we can ask afterwards?
Yeah, absolutely. That's the Q&A afterwards.
Yeah, take it away, gentlemen. Jacques and I will switch off cameras and sound, but we will be listening and ready to take Q&As with you afterwards.
Okay, great. Well, I'm going to take it over from here. First of all, thank you, Jacques and Morten, for this opportunity. Thank you, Ramon. And of course, a big thank you to all the attendees for taking the time to see what innovations are being shown during these INKISH sessions. What I would like to present you today is a walkthrough of all the key features within our white label shop. And the key features that will be shown and the way that I will be presenting it is in a way that from a point that I am a shop owner. So not only a shop owner, but I'm the owner of a printing company with a diversity of customers, customers that I will can give my assortment by an open shop, B2C, B2B, and the distinction between those two, I will show you through the sending you by 2 storefronts, one B2C storefront and one B2B storefront. So let me start by sharing my screen. And going to the backend. The backend that you see here is an interface, and when you log in, you see the screen. The screen that you see here is an overview of the pending orders. The orders that you can see here, you can change the status, you can open the orders, you can process the orders, you can add new orders. But first thing that I want to show you is the small section here, in which you see a variety of storefronts, as we call it. It's just a place to link to, and each storefront I will show you how it will work, and give you an overview of the possibilities, looking at look and feel. But for now, we're going to start for a quick overview of the functionalities within the backend. And looking at the order flow, that's the first one. Well, as I said, you can open the orders here, you can process the orders here, you can create new orders here. We're going to make a few orders, or we're going to create an order and process that order in the backend. So when I do that, then we're going to go in depth here to give you more better perspective of the possibilities. Order lines is basically the same thing. I will show you both of the difference between those two. There are possibilities to add offers from the backend, so you can give your customers the possibility to have a shopping cart, present the shopping cart to the customer, and the customer can validate the shopping cart, and from then on, it will become an order, and the orders will be processed as every order will be. Looking at the products contain all necessary information to easily add products, options, and the navigation levels between, so a customer can easily navigate to the product that they need in the front end. You see here the categories, for instance. You see a quick overview of all the products that I have in my shop. So these are the sections. You'll see it in the storefront when I get back to the storefront. Which storefront shows which section and category. The navigation levels, production schedules. This manages which date the customer will see based on the dates that I'm producing and the dates of the production of a specific product. Then we have the product manager. This manages what the customer sees, which customer sees what, and if and how much the discount, for instance, they can get, and an import function. And this import function can import complete assortments based on Excel files. So you can add a lot of your own products next to the fact that you can add products from specific suppliers. We also have a stock option, and the stock option keeps track of the current stock, my current stock, and the current stock that will be presented to my customers. Just for a quick overview, the financial, it includes my invoice. You can add statistics, exports to a range of different bookkeeping applications. Design Space gives me an overview of specific templates that I have and can make for my customers to be edited online. These could be specific to a customer or for everyone to use. And these templates, what you see now is the Chili Publisher. Chili Publisher is one of the few online editing applications that are provided as an additional connection within the platform. Pitchprint is one of them. Chili Publisher is one of them. For the customers, one of the most important things, here you can access a list of all the customers in your shop. Some are added by me as a shop owner, but most of them are people that have registered themselves through my open web shop. And some of them are created by me for specific brand owners. Then we have the customer groups. And I create groups that I can give specific rights. For example, I can create a group for a large customer. And in these groups, I can add a set of users that will use this storefront. And with those additional rights, they can be added automatically. They can have their own payment options. They can have specific discounts. So that's also something that you can manage on a customer group level. With the site builder and content, first of all, you see the same list here of storefronts. And that's because per storefront, if I click on one, you can edit the layout. You can manage your colors, the way that the look and feel is handled. You can add pages, content pages. You can add elements. You can add banners, and those are all specific to a storefront. Just as an example of how a storefront could look, because the one that I will be working from is a demo. This is one of our live sites. This is just another one, just to give you an example of how a storefront could look like based on the look and feel. The emails, that's the list of email templates that can be used throughout the shop. They're used for the automatic communication between my shop and my customer. And if I add the correct information in my emails, my customer will be well informed and just does not feel the need to ask me anymore for the status of an order or whatever. So if I correctly add the good information to my emails, my email templates, then they will be sent at the right time automatically during the ordering process, and my customer will be informed at all times. Here at settings, we have the general settings. It's a complete list of a lot of settings. There are a lot of settings that are on detailed level. Some of them are very important. Some of them are just a minor tweak. You can add pickup addresses, so you can add the customer the option to send a shipment or pick up a shipment. You can add extra backend users, so there are multiple users that can use this admin panel. Labels is something that you can translate each label that you see in the site throughout the site to anything that you want. And a plugins page. And the plugins page is one of the pages that we it contains a set of software packages that we connect to. It's just a variety of packages. Each package can contain a different connection. Let's say King software or Exact. Those are bookkeeping applications. But you also see Power BI from Microsoft, in which we can export a large range of data, and Power BI can translate those data into real-time dashboards. And finally, the marketplace. And the marketplace, as Ramon earlier said, we connect to a lot of producers. Here you see a list of the producers that we connect to, and the categories that they provide that you can add to your shop. Once you make a connection to a certain supplier, and the supplier accepts your connection, then from that moment on you can load each category from that supplier. And once loaded, then you have already a complete assortment in your front end. So you don't have to add products if you don't want. Each order that you get from that assortment, you can send back to the producer, or you can choose to always produce it yourself. Well, if you know your profile, and under producers, it's a specific button in which you can add yourself or external producers as well manually. So you see here, my producer, I've added an internal digital workflow. The way that I send it to my workflow is by sending an email. The email contains a job ticket or contains an XML file. You can do an FTP upload. So there are multiple ways to, if an order comes in, to send that order to an external producer, to your internal workflow, to get the order handled. Well, looking at the backend, this is a quick overview. Now let's look at the storefronts. I would like to start with the storefront that's a B2C storefront. So the B2C storefront is basically, you can see it as a site, just like a website. It is, in fact, for the customer, a web shop. It's an open site. So me as a customer, I'm just browsing around on the internet and I want to have stationery. So I'm looking for letterhead and I find this site. Well, looking at the assortment that I see here, print, stationery, signed products. For letterhead, it's one of the most ordered products. So it's one of the products that I will be added. I'm presented with a choice, and the shop has given me a best choice option, which makes it a lot easier for me. Well, in this case, also the best choice. And just looking at the things that I want, the specifications, I want to have this product in this delivery time, and I add it to my shopping cart. Once in the shopping cart, I can add a file. When I upload my file, I just take a letterhead from my own PC. I can check it if I want, just to make sure that I have the right one. I want to open it right now. And I go to the second step. Second step If I'm not logged in yet, I can create an account. When I create an account, you can decide if you want to save it as an account or just register, just do it anonymously. I will log in as a user. Once logged in, I have the possibility to deliver, to have my shipment delivered, or I can pick it up at one or multiple locations. I can choose. In this case, I will deliver. You can choose the delivery address. My main address is already filled in. You can choose a billing address. I can change the addresses. I can have my own address book. I can add new addresses. So once you create an account, they can save also additional addresses. Well, in the order overview page, basically the last page that there is, you see that I can only pay by Ideal or credit card. It's only by web, so I don't have the possibility to pay by invoice or something like that. There's a possibility to have a discount code. Well, I know for a fact that today we have a special offer. I can check, and I see that I have 10% discount just for today when I add INKISH 2021. I need to agree with the terms and conditions, and I confirm the offer. Well, in this case, I'm redirected to the site of the bank. This is test profile, so I can say that it's paid. And when I proceed, as a customer, just a regular customer that's browsing on the internet and looking for a product, this is the trajectory that a customer will normally follow. Then, second part. Second part is when I create a demo portal or create a storefront specifically for my customer. It's a brand portal. So I have a large customer, and that customer I've provided with his own brand portal. Well, first I'm going to sign out. I was signed in because I tried it already. So it's a brand portal. That means that it's behind the login. It's not an open shop like the B2C shop. And when I log in, I see a bit more products. And just as a reminder, the products that you see in this store and in this store, they all come from the same backend interface. So there's one place that you manage all your products. Here, a lot of them are shown. And let's say that the brand port customer, he wants to also order letterhead. Well, in this case, you have two options. You can add a new design, or you can make a reorder. Well, let's start with a reorder. You can also change some specifications. You can add some specifications. I'll select my amount. And the reorder, the basic difference between a normal product is that the PDF is already attached. So you don't have to, the customer does not have to attach a PDF. You can download it to see if it's the correct one. You cannot change, add, or delete it, but it's the one that they will receive. So it's now in my shopping cart. Then let's just look again to letterhead and add one with a new design. In this case, a new design means that it's something, there's no designer behind it, but I have the possibility to add a file, just like we saw in the demo, the B2C portal, but I also have the option to position my file. Well, what's the position my file function? What it does is it looks at the specification of the product, and the specifications of the product is that it's one-sided A4 with 3 millimeter of bleed. Well, it says nothing for the customer. The customer just sees he wants to have a letterhead, and he has a file. I can upload my file. I see that I have the file that I want to produce on my A4. It's uploaded, and I see that the file that I have uploaded is an A5, so it's not fitting. Well, you can do all types of different things. In this case, I'm just going to fill it up so it will be fitting to the product that I'm ordering. Click next, and it's added to my shop. Just do a quick check. Save it and look at it. And I see that I have a newly uploaded document. It's an A4 with cutting lines and fitting to the product that I've ordered. Then we have a stock product. And well, the letterheads we have ordered now. So let's gonna order an envelope. I want to have an envelope A4. We have 2 different locations. I want to have for location north. Because it's a brand portal, these brands have different locations on different sites. The thing here is that you see the stock. The current stock is 2,125 pieces. Well, let's say that I want 100. I add it to the shopping cart, and the amount is automatically deducted from the current stock. You see here, the current stock is this. This is the virtual current stock. When I decide not to order this, it will be reverted back to the original stock. Then we have an online design. Well, let's take a poster. And in this case, the design does mean actually online designing. We have a preview of the product that I can order. You have here the function edit design. This is based on the Chili editor. I already designed something once. That was today. I can go further where it's saved, or I can create a new design. In this case, I will create a new one. So it's also the possibility to proceed where you left off if you want. The document that you see is a regular poster. It has a few fixed functions. Per template, it can be completely customized. You can choose a portrait or landscape version, and in both ways it will still be correct. You can choose a division. This is very specific to this template, and here you see in the text, this header is given the color that corresponds to the division, just to give you an indication in what happens. When I choose a different division, the color changes, logo changes. I can change a different portrait. I can have a man or a woman. So it's customized based on a few fixed parameters. Furthermore, looking at the texts, because text is also something that is sometimes pretty hard to handle. In this case, you have a transparent border and a white text frame. Well, the transparent border grows and fits according to the text that is placed in here. Same things for the white block here. I can add a few spaces. The spaces are added. The box grows, but it keeps everything correctly into place. You see a website and a QR code. When I change the website, the QR code automatically changes with it. So basically it's a template with a few fixed settings to it, and a few things that are not fixed. You can customize it, but it's still fitting to the style that you want. Well, let's say save and continue my ordering. Well, finally, you see that there's a preview made of the one that I'm working on. And I want to add it to the shopping cart. So here's also added. You can change it, you can delete it. And at last, I'm going to add some t-shirts. And the nice thing here is we talked about adding assortments from different companies and not adding your own products. This is a category, the t-shirts, that's from an external supplier. And the only thing that we did was we added a category named t-shirts, connected to a specific supplier. And from that moment on, this complete assortment of t-shirts is directly loaded into your shop with all the options in it, the prices in it, and the price can also be, for every price that you have in your shop, you can add a margin to it. Well, the nice function here is not only that it's an assortment from an external supplier, but also that you can give multiple numbers here. Let's say 5 labels M, calculate the price, and it says the quantity of 12 in total. Well, 4, 3, and 5 is indeed 12. And I want to add it to my shopping cart. Well, you see here my shopping cart is now filled. I have a total of 281 euro. And we go to the deliver step. But it says first upload your files. And that's because I forgot to upload a file. It said that you could proceed without uploading. That's something that you can, it's just a setting. Do you allow the users to upload without uploading, or to proceed without uploading? Or do you want to make sure that it's mandatory and that they need to upload something? Well, in this case, it's uploaded. I proceed to the next step. The next step, just like you saw in the B2C shop, you can select delivery or collect. And we go to the checkout page. Checkout page is basically the same as the page that you saw earlier in the B2C portal, with the exception that here in the top, you see Welcome Berend. As a customer, I'm logged in. And in this case, I have a wallet, a specific wallet that's added to my account. And I have a credit amount of 1,581 euro that I can use to order things. So let's see. The current credit is 1,500 euro, and the complete order can be deducted from my credits, and I will still keep a credit remaining. So that's great. That means that the payment offers method are not shown here. If there is a total amount that needs to be paid, it could be that I can pay by online, but also by invoice or different methods. I will confirm the order, and from that moment it's done. So basically nothing very spectacular in the sense of that it's very difficult. It's just like creating an order in any web shop, and that's the way that it should be. It doesn't need to be difficult, it just needs to be well, as easy as possible and foolproof, basically. Returning to the back end, because we finished both orders for both storefronts, one for the B2C storefront and one for the B2B storefront, the brand portal. Looking now in my order overview, I see that there's 2 orders added. And just for the sake of time, I will only open the last order. And what you see is an overview of the products that I've ordered. So you see the stock product, you see the letterhead, new design, oh, here's the stock product, the t-shirts, and the corresponding files that are attached to it. The steps that I do now can also be automated. So process the order, that's the first step. It says now that it doesn't include all files, but that's because one is a stock product.
Is your screen not updating or something? I think that you're... Yeah. And be aware of the time as well, please.
Okay, yes. Maybe can we refresh something. I don't know what are you seeing? Shopping cart. Okay, that's strange. Shall I?
And you can just refresh the browser. I think that will help.
I just refreshed it. Is it visible now? Something wrong. Can I just stop presenting and restart?
Yes.
Okay, I'm just gonna stop presenting.
Yeah. And try again. Yeah, that's fine.
Redo it.
Be aware of the time, Berend.
Okay, great. And now.
Better.
Okay, great. So you were in the shopping cart, and from the shopping cart, I don't know if you saw that I finished the order. I think
no, we didn't, Bernd.
Sorry?
Maybe we didn't. Maybe you can go back to the order for a moment, just to.
Okay.
No, not the order. The order in the backend.
Oh, the order in the backend. Sorry. Yeah. Okay. The order in the backend. I opened the order, and this is what you see when you open the order. You see all information, every product that is in it. You can download the PDFs. You can add. You can make changes here. I processed the order, and because it's processed, I just can edit it now. But because it's processed, it's now part of the order lines. That's one of the things that I will get back to in my explanation. This order 89, has 5 different order lines. So you have the posters, the letterheads, the envelopes, and the t-shirts. And you see here that for the t-shirts, there was an external supplier. The producer external producer is already pre-selected. So in this case, I'm not gonna send it there because otherwise it would be an actual order. The envelopes was a stock, so it's done by a picking. I can send it to a picking list. And from here on, well, these 3 will be sent to Ramon's drukkerij. Pressing this button is now done manually, but every step here can be automated. So that means that when an order comes in, it can be automatically processed, automatically sent to the corresponding producer, and when the producer produces the order and the order is being shipped to the customer, it can automatically be set to send, because each order line will be produced, and let's say the t-shirts are produced and they are sent, the envelopes are sent, everything is ready. And again, all these buttons, I'm not pressing them manually because it's set to manual, but every step can be automated. And that means that all the products, the 5 products that are done for this order are all produced and sent to the customer. The order is now complete. I can make it ready. Also, could be an automated step. An invoice is created, and I can archive the order. So from start to finish, what I did was, from the complete start, create 2 storefronts, one for my customer, one for a specific customer, and one for all my customers. The order that we just made was for a specific customer that I made a dedicated storefront. They saw their products. You saw the stock products with a different location. You saw design with their design templates, their posters. The order was made. The order was opened, processed, sent to the correct producer, validate or produced by the producer, and set to ready. And from that moment on, the payment is received, the invoice was created, and the circle is finished. Circle is closed. So
impressive. Impressive stuff.
That's a short recap of the functionality of the white label shop and the difference between a storefront for a B2B shop and a B2C shop.
Impressive.
Yeah, that was pretty amazing.
I hope so.
and I can't help think about also as an additional value from my perspective is also the smart templates from Chile, because that basically means that even people that are not so familiar with designs, they can make last-minute changes to the formats and make sure that images and logos and things like that still fits into the selected template. So that is quite smart. From a demo perspective, I think it was wonderful because you went through from A to C, and I don't have many questions in that respect. But I have one question that is also because we are running a little bit short on time. What is the business model? I mean, you sell this software, of course. Is that like based on volume, or is it a subscription, or is it a license, or how does it work?
Yes, it's a subscription platform for our customers. But the platform, the connection to the printers, there is a small margin for every order that goes to the platform to the suppliers.
Okay.
I think that's
it's a real platform.
Maybe a nice feature to know that indeed the connection that we made to different suppliers. If you have your own assortment, you can also become a supplier, and the supplier will receive extra orders that he normally would not, because I just sent an order to an external supplier that I got my own, and that's an order that supplier normally would not have, but because I sent it to him, he will pay us a small fee.
And is an order placed? Are you integrated to some XML workflow APIs or in Focus, or how do you get files and orders across to third parties?
API connections mainly.
Okay. So that basically means that there is there's a tiny little integration between, if you're a new supplier to one of your customers, they will need to comply to some API requirements in order to integrate in the services, right?
When they build their assortment in our platform, that is not necessary because that is already connected to all the shops. So all the 250 shops are in a way connected.
Okay.
So it's a platform.
Pre-configured.
Yeah. So that is not necessary to have an API. But if you connect to, let's say, Simpress or Probo or that kind of producers, then you need an API workflow.
Just a quick question from my side before I leave to the next session, guys. In this respect, well, your home turf, as we said earlier, is Benelux, right? That's where you're probably most known for the moment. If you guys are going to expand to other regions, what about the selection that you just said? You can be selected as a premium printer or something. Is that something that you guys will do, or who will be selected as a partner, print partner?
What I always say is that you need to be special. So you need to be the cheapest, you need to be the best in quality, or you need to be the quickest, and preferable all three. But then you have a place in our platform. If you don't spill the time for yourself and for everybody, because then it won't work. So it's perfect for niche markets. It is perfect for producers that make a niche product, because they have a problem going to that market and present themselves and selling their niche product. And I think we can be the platform to help them sell their products. And it can be international, because we also already connect to Saxo Print, for example, in Germany. And we expand also to Germany at the moment.
One last question for Berend, for my part. Sorry, Morten, to cut in. I saw that in your presentation, you demoed we have dynamic stock levels, right? obviously it has to be pulled from somewhere. Is that a live connection to, let's say, an ERP or an MIS on the side of the supplier? Or is it something that's managed within your system? Because then it will be double.
Yeah, it depends. You can add it manually because if you use our system as a standalone system, you can manage it just manually by adding or deducting the stock levels. But the stock levels can also be retrieved by API, retrieved from FTP location. So there's different ways to get the correct stock level. Because everyone is working.
I mean, that would be dynamic, right?
It will be dynamic.
On the fly.
Exactly.
Yeah. Okay, cool. Well, thank you guys. Anyway, I'm off to the next session. Hope to see you soon. And well done.
Thanks for the opportunity, guys.
Yeah, but you're not off the hook yet. I'm still here, so don't worry.
Okay. Yeah. Just one question.
Yeah, from Louis, and from Louis is asking, with the different stores you can set up, do you offer to spin them up for print owners, pre-designed and ready to go? It's a good question.
You offer them up for print owners, pre-designed and ready to go. Yeah, it's not that you don't have to do anything. I think that is important to know. We make it as easy as possible, but it's not something you can click and go. You need to have your authentication. Perfect. You need to get prices right. You need to get the right pictures, maybe the right look and feel to the
customization.
We can do that,
but yeah, but I think that was the question basically that Louis is asking, is whether can they help. I think a lot of printing companies experience that from taking the decision of having a web-to-print solutions to go live. Sometimes the resources within a company, because there's a learning process, and often you only have like a one-time setup. You do setup times with the customers and teach them all the time. Yeah. So I think he's asking for a turnkey solution.
No, we do that a lot. Most of the time for brand owners, because printers like to do this themselves. I think that is also one of their competitive sides of the printer, to make some money, to make templates, to make the look and feel of brand shop.
And the same, Louis is also asking, do you have any design software to complement photo or personalized products?
Yeah, that's a pretty wide thing.
I know that Louis, he has participated in a lot of sessions, so I think he is doing his comparisons. Comparing things. Very good. So he's maybe making the schematics the industry needs, so you can say, okay, if you want this, you go that direction, right?
Yeah. Very good. It's a quick way to see a lot in 3 days.
That was sensational. Yeah.
So to answer that question, your brand management, right? That is Chili Publish is far more better in that. So we can connect to everything you want, because that is not our main thing. Our main thing is to get the platform right. So we can connect to every solution Louis or everybody wants.
But that's great, and I just want to tell, because we are in the last moments here. Jolanda, she has written that info@prindustry.com can give you answers that you didn't get from here, and I have also sent the LinkedIn profiles to both Ramon and Berend, so I am sure they would love to connect with you if you're interested. And then I just have like one last question, and I don't know, maybe Ramon, you will answer this, and please do it as short because we have to leave. The future of how people will buy print in the future, is that something you have an opinion about?
How they're going to buy it? They're going to buy it mostly online, for sure. That is the short answer. And I think what we are doing is to make the communication as short as possible. So we want to have the consumer and the webshop owner and the producer in a direct line, in a one-to-one line. So no people between them.
Okay, gentlemen, a very warm thank you from INKISH to you guys for participating in our Learn With Us.
Thanks.
I think it was fun, and always, and it's always. I can't help think about yesterday. One friend said to me, "Okay, so you organize events so you can just learn yourself." Yes, that's correct.
Well, great.
Take a nice day, and then see you soon. Okay.
Okay.
Nice.
Thank you. Bye, Morten. Bye, Lewis.
Bye.